happens when even your own parents forget your real name? My legal name is Charlotte. At least, that's what my driver's license says. Growing up, nobody ever called me Charlotte. Not once. When I was a baby, I had these ridiculously chubby cheeks. My grandpa looked at me one day, laughed, and said, "She looks like a little peanut." Everyone laughed. Nobody thought the nickname would last. It did. Within weeks, my parents had completely stopped using my real name. "Peanut, dinner's ready. Peanut, put your shoes on. Good night, Peanut." Soon my grandparents were saying it. Then my aunts and uncles. Eventually, even family friends forgot I had another name. By kindergarten, things got confusing. On the first day of school, my teacher called attendance. "Charlotte Evans?" I didn't answer. She called it again. Still nothing. Finally, my mom whispered, "Sweetie, that's you." The whole class laughed while I slowly raised my hand. I genuinely didn't recognize my own name. After that, even my teacher started calling me Peanut because it was easier. And honestly, so did everyone else. By middle school, introducing myself became awkward. People would ask, "What's your name?" I'd answer, "Peanut." They'd laugh. "No, seriously." Then I'd explain it was only a nickname. Except, it didn't feel like one anymore. Charlotte became the name on report cards. Peanut became the person everyone actually knew. The older I got, the stranger it felt. Whenever I heard someone say Charlotte over the loudspeaker at school, I'd look around trying to figure out who they meant. It took my brain a second to remember. Oh, that's me. Senior year changed everything. College applications required legal signatures, financial aid forms, scholarship interviews. Everywhere I looked, Charlotte, Charlotte, Charlotte. I kept writing the name over and over until it almost looked fake, like I was pretending to be someone else. A few months later, acceptance letters started arriving. I raced into the living room, waving the biggest envelope I'd ever seen. "I got accepted." Mom grabbed the letter. She smiled, then frowned. She looked at me and asked, "Who's Charlotte?" For a second, neither of us spoke. Then she burst out laughing. "Oh my goodness, like I forgot that's your real name." Everyone in the room laughed. I smiled too, but something inside me quietly sank. How do you forget your own daughter's name? Not accidentally for 1 second, but so completely that seeing it in print feels unfamiliar. I couldn't stop thinking about it. When I graduated from college, my diploma read, Charlotte Evans. As I walked across the stage, I heard my dad yell, "That's our Peanut!" The people sitting nearby laughed. I smiled, but for the first time, it didn't feel funny anymore. After graduation, I started my first office job. During orientation, my supervisor asked, "What name would you like on your ID badge?" For some reason, I hesitated. Then I heard myself say, "Charlotte?" It sounded unfamiliar, almost uncomfortable. The first week, every time someone called my name, I forgot they were talking to me. By the second month, it felt a little more natural. By the end of the year, I actually liked hearing it. Charlotte felt confident, professional, like someone building her own future. Then something unexpected happened. I received a company award for leading a major project. The announcement was posted on social media. My picture, a huge smile, and underneath, "Congratulations, Charlotte Evans, Employee of the Year." Within minutes, my phone exploded. Mom shared it. Dad commented. My relatives flooded the post with congratulations. But this time, nobody called me Peanut. Every comment proudly used my real name, Charlotte, Charlotte, Charlotte. I stared at the screen for a long time. Then my dad called. He congratulated me, and halfway through the conversation, accidentally started saying, "We're so proud of you, P." He stopped himself, cleared his throat. "We're so proud of you, Charlotte." It was the first time in my entire life I had ever heard him say my real name. I won't lie. It made me emotional, not because I suddenly hated my nickname. Peanut will always remind me of my childhood. It reminds me of family vacations, scraped knees, birthday cakes, and bedtime stories. But Charlotte reminds me of the person I chose to become. Sometimes growing up isn't about changing who you are. Sometimes it's simply learning to answer to the name that was yours all along.